Small collection of 7-inch records today. First up, Exhibit A on the delightfully named Irrelevant Wombat Records. And as an animal fan, I have to say there is no such thing as an irrelevant wombat. This is very basic kind of do-it-yourself sound. There's West Kensington Station, I think, on the back there, and close-up of a couple of young lovers. That's a reference to the Swell Maps, another great indie DIY band of the time. This is I Jog and the Tracksuits on the Tiger label, called Red Box, standing waiting for a bus to turn up. A very poignant song for people who never use anything but London transport. And there's a beastly animal driving the bus. He's not going to stop for you, I'm sure. This is the Thin Yogurts, and the song's called Girl on the Bus. They actually got on the bus and they started ogling a girl, which is bad behaviour on their part. Be thrown off for that. Great indie track, and following that we have Standing Flat, completely skew-with version of the Beatles track Day Tripper, which they amusingly renamed Date Ripper. Very experimental release, this, on the Mun label, and sounds a bit like Captain Beefheart. I think it's from about 1979. Next up, Freiwilliger Subs Controller. This is on the Zig Zag label, very preeminent on the Peel show back in their day. I think this is their first ever release, quite eccentric to the point of genius, clanky keyboards, and a crazy version of Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. If only they'd won the war. Well, maybe not. Next up is the Mystery Girls, lovely primeval punk that veers away from accomplished. One of them went on to form the Wallflowers from Slough, and still managed to avoid fame and fortune. Then we have Reactor. This is raw, rough and beautifully basic. It's on battery operated records, which was run by Dan Tracy, he of the TV Personalities fame. And it's got two really good tracks here, but it's quite rare to hunt down. This finally is Cindy and the Barbie Dolls. Unfortunately there is no Cindy and no Barbie Dolls, but a few men with synths and a rather dubious £15 tag, when in fact it should have cost 85p. But I forked out the extra 14 quid, and it certainly was worth the experience. This lot came from the West Country, and yeah, I'd recommend it. And that completes the records for today.